Now we do have someone here that people are going to think isn't 5 years old, but he is a great driver. We're going to check in with Cole Glasson, who is running late models. We got somebody on the horn here that we talked to a while back. It's a new driver, kid here that's really doing a great job, by the name of Cole Glasson. Cole, we haven't talked to you in a while. What's been up with you, buddy?
Well, I've just been racing the CRA Drag Series and just gaining some experience. We had a rough start, but everything's starting to click now. We had a good past couple races and can't wait for the next couple races.
Yeah? And tell everybody exactly where you're racing at.
Well, mainly we're racing up north in the Illinois, Michigan, and Indiana area, and this race this next weekend is in Indianapolis Raceway Park, and I'm racing the Drag CRA Tour, and we're hoping to continue that for the next couple years.
Sweet. You know, you mentioned, Cole, this is Candace, you mentioned that you had a rough start, but things are clicking now. That's totally the way you want it to go. You'd rather not start out strongly and then peter out. So tell us how you started to learn and what started to gel for you. What was clicking for you that now you feel a lot more confident?
Well, the first couple races we kept on getting tied up in wrecks and crashing the car, but this last race, we went into the weekend having one mindset, and it was just to finish the main whole 75 laps, and we had a good start, and the car started to fall off a little, but I kept my head up and kept going, and ended up finishing on a lead lap with a clean car, so it was a good weekend.
Sweet. Very cool, man. Very cool. So, now, go ahead.
Go ahead, Candy.
Well, I mean, my question was really about school, Cole. I know we're in a summer break right now, I would assume, where you are, but how do you juggle this? I mean, I just am always so in awe when we have younger people like yourself on, that you're juggling school, your racing career, because it's not just a hobby anymore at this point for you. This truly seems like a career. How's that going for you, and you know, are you prepared for when school does get started again, or are you sort of doing a tutoring kind of deal?
Well, right now I am in public school, and before we leave, I just ask all my teachers for work they can give me prior to when I leave, so I can work on it while I'm gone. But usually the principals let me off, and I try to keep my grades up high, and I'm a straight A student, so with all that, they usually let me off the hook. But when it comes to high school, we may have to consider homeschool because principals are a little more tough then, and we just don't know what's going to happen.
No doubt.
Hey, Cole, this is great. I've got one for you, man. You raced at Winchester, Indiana, Winchester Speedway. Tell us about your first experience there. That's an awesome racetrack.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I haven't raced at Winchester, but I think you may be speaking of Columbus Raceway.
Okay. All right. Tell us about Columbus Raceway then.
Well, that was my first start in the CRA Jegs Tour, and I surprised myself in qualifying. I qualified 16th out of 30 cars, which surprised not only me but everybody. And I got a good start off in the race, and early on, like lap 5, I got caught up in trouble with another car and got hit and finished my night. But I kept my head up because I had a good qualifying, and we had a couple bad races after that. But now, like I said, everything's starting to come together.
Isn't this the same series that Kyle Benjamin runs in?
I haven't heard of Kyle Benjamin, so I don't know if I can answer that.
Okay, thank you then. I'm done.
I tell you what, great. You're having one of them nights you need to eat another piece of pizza, buddy.
I got you one right here, man.
Thank you.
Hey, Cole, real quick before we go, tell everybody exactly the type of cars. They're late models that you're running, right?
Yes.
Yep, exactly. So we want to keep up with you here as things keep going, man, because it's awesome to hear about how you're coming along and everything. But before you leave, you know there's 3 words you got to yell, just like any other driver on the program, and that's burning rubber, baby. You think you can do it?
I can. Burning rubber, baby.
Woo! folks. That's up-and-coming driver Cole Glasson right here on Burning Rubber Radio. Hang around, because you'll hear about him in the truck someday and nationwide and in Cup 2. And you'll hear about us here in about 30 seconds. After these messages, we'll be right back.
The Laurel Creek Healthcare